Sup guys, it's Kosh and it's Slime Quest Beginner's Guide that will teach you how to be most efficient in this game and get progress fast, free to play without any microtransactions. Let's go. So okay, first things first, you want to progress a lot in the game, and in order to do that, you will need to go through a lot of stages. First ones are pretty easy, but as you progress, they will get harder, and then you will have developed the right heroes and the right way. Honestly, you will have to develop all your slimes in this game, because you will need to use them in the boss fight, but from my testing, the favorite one for me was Astri, because his skills, they have their long range, and they attack land and aerial units at the same time because of the splash attack, and I kinda have him as my favorite one, which is followed by Krobby, because Krobby is, I don't know, I just like him. He's not that fantastic, but it feels good, and his skill doesn't do that much. And then we got the Kobalas, who is okay-ish. I really don't like his mechanics of his barrel throwing. It doesn't do that much damage. Serpine is okay, but she is more like a try not to die character, and Echo is a basic one, so maybe as a character will grow and level up, they will become better, but for now, for the beginner players, I advise focusing on Astri as the best character. But if you are unlucky with the Astri pulls, if you don't get enough of his fragments, you would like to invest in any of those three guys, Kobalas, Krobby, or Astri, depending on the amount of fragments that you have. Then again, you can go around it by collecting those slime fragment pieces. Those are being rewarded to you for the quests, for the events, being dropped in the packs, and I advise you guys to save them up. Don't use them straight away. Wait before you will decide who you want to build, and wait till the moment when you won't have enough fragments. So for example, right now, I can promote Astri with those fragments. I can get 10 of those fragments for free basically, and get him to the next 5 stars, which will be way better and way stronger. He will get the bonuses for the entire team and get more stats for himself. Otherwise, I would have to spend a lot of resources to get those things, but now I can get them for free, so let's do that. So basically here we select the fragment. Where is Astri? We gotta select the right one. Right, you click multiple times to get multiple fragments, and there we go, we got 1 before that and 9 right now, and overall, bam, we can promote this guy to the next tier. And promoting is a way to go, because it increases the slime level cap. It gives them additional stats, like for example, this one that affects all the entire team is really good. You would like to get all your slimes to 5 stars, specifically the ones that are giving you like character attack for everyone. Those are really good. But yeah, focusing on the main slime will be better for your progression. And now you can put extra gold into the level ups that will give you additional stats, which is always nice. As for the equipment, once again, you will go with what you'll be lucky with, because this is gacha game anyway, so you will have specific luck here, and over time you will most likely get everything. I think I even saved up something here for the upgrade for you, for the fusion. Yeah, I saved up resources so you can see the fusion. That's really nice. So I got lucky with this one early game, and now I've got additional copies of it, and we can get it to legendary tier. And actually, Cupid's bow is one of the best items in my opinion, because it gives you good stats. Each item have their own statistics. You can check it out by clicking on it. So this one is having higher attack speed, and usually the higher secondary stat is the lower is main attack, and vice versa. So if you want maximum attack, you won't get that much secondary stat. For the weapon, attack speed is really good. I really recommend it. For the armor, I advise getting the one that decreases damage from all attacks. I kinda like it the most, because I don't know who hits me harder. Usually it's normal minions, not the boss. Bosses are easy. Then for the ring, I go for the stuff against normal enemies as well, because normal enemies are my nemesis here. So yeah, those are the things that you want to focus on, and try fusing them when you have an option to do that. That will make them higher tier and giving you more stats, so your gear will be better. So basically, yes, try to get the highest tier equipment. And as for potential, I strongly recommend getting for attack speed and attack most like damaging stats, because survivability is like, who cares about that? I like the attack speed that kinda is building up with each kill. because overall it's giving you way better bonus than the actual attack speed over here. Like the maximum is 2.5%, while here you can build up to 6.25%, which is 3 times more, so it's really nice. But overall, it's really expensive to reroll that thing, so go with what you have. Orange numbers here show that it's like maximum luck for you, so for HP recovery, we got 10 maximum, so that's the maximum roll, so you get really lucky to get it. And yeah, you can lock specific things that you don't want to reroll and reroll others, but it will be even more costly, so it's up to you to do that or not. For the beginner players, I don't recommend doing that, so save up your money for later. Alright, as for the town upgrades, it's pretty straightforward. I advise you guys to level up everything when you have enough resources, but focus on the stuff that's giving you steel, like this building over here, or gold, because those are your main resources for the upgrades, so you will need a lot of those. Yeah, and sometimes you will need to upgrade your main castle in order to get those higher. I think you can get all those 4 buildings, so nothing new will happen. This one, I don't like it that much. I don't play it that often, so I don't need that much of AP for me, so this one lags behind and it's okay. What to do with the premium currency, with the diamonds? First of all, get as much as you can from all the sources, save up some of that, like maybe 500 should be left over in your inventory, and then spend the rest into the advanced summons times 5. So don't go for the normal summons, it doesn't worth it. No scrolls, no anything. This one is the best so far, because those chests can give you the best results. So let's see, what do we get here? We get a ring, we get another ring, we get another crappy sword, even crappier stuff. So we got a lot of crap basically, but sometimes you can get lucky and get some purple stuff, high tier equipment, that kind of stuff, but yeah, sometimes you're just unlucky with that. For the gear, you can dismantle extra gear that you don't need and you will get the item scrolls for that, but personally, I don't recommend it because I've got plenty of those scrolls. Look at that, I have 186 armor scrolls, and I like money to upgrade the gear, so at this point of the game, this is pretty useless, and you will need that for fusing the gear. Moreover, you don't know which kind of gear you will have, so I advise to early game, put everything into the fusing and just get the highest tier gear possible. Mastery is pretty straightforward. Overall, you just get those additional stats here for money. Try to build it up when possible, but it's getting really expensive really fast and it's pretty random. But those are really good and you should get them when possible. Like, that attack boost is really insane. So okay, now let me show you how to actually fight. It's pretty easy, it's not that crazy. Important thing that you can actually switch to the revenge mode early on before completing everything. I didn't knew that early on. So you can go for extra runs here, get those extra chests with the keys that will help you out to get extra gear. So always check out revenge mode. It's not that hard as it seems. So it's lagging behind for me a little bit. I've managed to go to stage 17 over here, and revenge was like 9. And I think I can go more because I haven't played it for a while. Here you can select your slime. Once again, we will go with S3 as the best one, and probably will be able to beat those wolf heals. Now, when you are in the level, you would like to get the best upgrades possible for you. You should always hold the attack button because like you should be doing maximum DPS. And in order to do that, you just gotta hold it. Don't click it from time to time because as your attack speed grows, you will get more and more of those things. So basically, what I do most of the time, I'm pressing the attack button, going left and right. Usually that's enough. Out of the skills, I advise going for something that gives you extra attack speed, attack damage, more attacks per side, but now we don't get anything good here. Let's get the Legion. I don't know if it's good or not, whatever. Here, if you are confident about yourself, you can get one of those pretty easily. And we got crappy bonuses again. Let's get Evil Spirit, not the best skill ever, but better than nothing. And yeah, don't forget that you can dash towards the side, so it's really important to remember it. So you can dash through the enemies sometimes, but most of the time you don't really need that skill. The enemies are pretty powerful at this stage already, so they can, you know, jump you and do quite a lot of damage. Alright, out of those I would get critical rate first, and then critical attack at some point. So let's get the crit build first, so we can get a lot of criticals, and then we will get the critical damage. Let's keep going. There we go, we got a good move here, Pierce. Pierce is one of the best skills because it allows you to attack several targets at the same time, combined with attack speed, combined with different direction attacks. It will help you out to defeat the enemies in the back, and you will need that because in the back you will have a lot of ranged enemies that will they will decimate you if you don't take care of them really fast, because you will have to jump from the projectiles quite a lot. So because of the Pierce move, we can do all that damage to the enemies, and that's really nice. As you upgrade the skills, most of the skills will get higher tier, and that will allow you to get more effect and higher damage. So if you go for something, go for it. But right now I'll go for the critical rate because critical rate is better for me. I'm not relying on the skills, I'm relying on my pure slime damage basically. There we go, we got the basic attack speed bonus here, which is really good. You should take those whenever possible, because that will help you out. Sometimes you can get chicken with the health and all that stuff, you already know that, that's pretty straightforward. And now we got lucky and got the rear attack. Basically, this is my bare minimum. If you get frontal and rear attack at the same time, you won't be surrounded, so that will allow you to attack enemies while you are retreating from them or when you are coming for them. So that will help you out to do way more DPS and be more confident about not being backstabbed by enemies. So it's a really good skill that allows you a lot more flexibility in the fight. So basically, as the time goes by, you will be starting to avoid a lot of enemy projectile attacks and stuff. And at that point, it will get harder, and you won't be getting level ups every time. So we get the aerial enemies now, the frontal enemies, the enemies are throwing stuff at us, shooting at us, and oh my god, I'm failing to avoid a lot of those things. So your goal is to try to avoid everything that's been thrown at you, and oh my god, sometimes it can be really hard. That's why you need a lot of AoE damage and a lot of attacks that penetrate enemy front line in order to take out the guys who are at the back and shooting that stuff at you. Otherwise, you will be overpowered by that stuff and you will die because you will lose a lot of health early on, which you don't need, and like basically, yeah, rip. And that's why you need the back attack as well, so when you're fleeing from the enemy, you can still do damage to everyone around you. Otherwise, it won't be good. And look at that, we got lucky, we got the front basic attack count ×2. So that will allow us to get double frontal attack, attack speed over here, nice. We got really low health right now, but we need to keep going with the attack power, otherwise later on we won't be able to overcome enough enemies to take them out before they will take us out. Look at that, we already got a lot of projectiles, a lot of stuff is flying around. And you would have to avoid all that, otherwise you're done. Oh my god, they're so tough already. Oh my god. Yeah, at times it can get really tricky. So if you die, it's okay. Watch and add. But you can do it only once. Only once during your gameplay. So, yeah, after that, you won't get that opportunity to avoid the damage by watching an ad. Look at that, we didn't manage to get the right thing. All the enemies on one side, so they will throw shit at us. Oh, like there is no tomorrow. So we really need to get over there and take them out. Oh my god, before they take us out. And as the level progress, you get to the higher waves, you will get stronger enemies that will throw stronger skills at you, that will do more damage. And the worst thing about that you don't get that much level ups anymore. So if you are unlucky early on with your drops of your skills, I mean, you can just die and start over, because it's okay, it's totally okay. This is a roguelike game in a way, so even if you die early on, even if you fail some runs, that doesn't mean that you won't fail the other one. Oh my god, what the hell. And sometimes you won't be able to beat the level because the enemies are pretty tough and you will die. It's okay, because if you fail some levels, that means that that's your, you know, high point right now, end point, that's your top progression right now. So after that, just go for the previous level and farm it. Farm it for the gold, farm it for resources, or go to the revenge mode and try to beat the higher levels over here. That might actually give you an edge, that might actually give you extra loot that you need in order to progress later. What's special about the revenge mode, that here you get a lower amount of enemies and they are more powerful. So here you got like kinda mini bosses, so it's not the same stuff, not the same as a normal game mode. So let's see. So we're at wave 15 in the revenge mode, and we have only 15 enemies, while at the normal mode I think we had like 25 or so. But yeah, default enemies here are stronger than in your normal mode. They don't die that easily again. They are pretty high level as well. But it's all beatable, no problem. And look at this massacre that's happening on the screen right now. As you get the right skills, it's becoming way more easy to destroy the enemies. And stuff is getting more fun. Let's get this one. Still not the best skills ever. But it's better than the last time, because we got really good attack speed right now. Enough damage to take out the enemies before they get to us. And even with this insane amount of enemies on the screen, we are doing pretty good job at avoiding most of the damage we could be taking. So yeah, and we are facing the boss already. As you can see, like, the wave was kinda hard, but take a look at the boss. The boss will be extremely easy. Even though he's really high level, I think that we'll be able to take him out no problem. So depending on what kind of skills do you have, it will be easier or harder, but overall I find the boss fights pretty easy. You can avoid their moves pretty easily because they are really easy to guess what they're trying to do. And just up. Keep damaging it and it will die no problem. Bam, easy. He's down, and we passed the revenge mode level and got our extra rewards. And of course, the best way to progress, the best way to get stronger is to upgrade your attack any means possible. It might be upgrading of your weapon, leveling it up will give us like 6 attack, not that much, or upgrading your main slime. That will help you out to do more damage. In order to get more gold and more resources, you gotta go do the challenges. Boss raid and Colosseum, they are pretty straightforward. Again, this is pretty easy. Auto select, this is easy fight, I won't even show it. For the boss raid though, you would like to get all the slimes upgraded as much as possible, because this is teamwork, and here, depending on what do, you can do more or less damage, but overall you'll get the same results. So you gotta land your attack in the light green zone, flawless success. That will give you the bonus. So bam, 10% attack right here. Sometimes the enemy will attack you as well. Bam, 10% attack right here. So when you land in that light green zone, you will be able to get the bonus for your entire team. That will boost your overall damage. So yeah, it's really hard to do the video and this one at the same time. Basically, yeah, the more of those you will get, the earlier, the better it will be, because you will get those bonuses while most of your slimes are alive, and you can do more damage to the boss. But overall, from my personal experience, even if you try hard, you might want to go for one more chest, and it doesn't worth it to try that hard over here, because you can't replay this game mode that much. So just go with the flow, try to do as much damage to the boss as possible, and claim the rewards. The drawback of this game mode that it's pretty time consuming. It's taking like maybe a few minutes, I don't really know, but it takes a while. And honestly, when most of your guys are dead, you can just go for the failure to get extra damage on your slimes and die, because you need to get the full health bar out in order to get that extra bonus for you. And bam, we finish this fight. Here we get the damage record from each slime, and we get 4k gold, a lot of scrolls, a lot of slime pieces over here. So you can go over it again. You can watch an ad to get double the gold if you want to, but I don't want to do that. So right, the best skill setups for you will be getting... can I see it? Alright, add rear attack, that's really useful. Then double frontal attack, really good. Then pierce, which is nice. Where do we have the one that kind of pushes the enemy away? There we go, this one, push, which add push effect to the basic attack that will allow enemies to, stay away from you. It will be easier for you. And basically, yeah, just focus on those and try to get as many of those frontal and back attacks as possible. Getting the piercing. Reaper Slime might be good, actually. It's allowing enemies to die 20% HP, which is quite a lot at the late game. So yeah, but most other stuff isn't that good. I'm always going for the physical build. I'm not going for the skill build. Maybe skill build might be better. For those skills, Basic attack speed plus 10 or plus 5% is really good. Crit rate and crit attack, depending if you have enough crit. If you have enough crit, go for the crit attack. And yeah, other than that, everything else is pretty much useless. So try to aim for those. Those are the best. Oh yeah, another one. This one, barrier. It allows you to nullify one of the attacks coming for you, and that helps you out to avoid quite a lot of damage. All other skills should be taken if you don't have the main ones and you are unlucky and you don't really have the proper build for those. Just try to get the ones that are doing the most damage, that are close to you. You will know which skills do you like the most depending on your playstyle. And if you get the skills, try to level them up as well, not just getting the tier 1, because those are pretty weak and tier 3 are way better. So by doing that and doing all the events available in the game right now, you can progress quite fast, and that will allow you to have fun with the game. Honestly, I've been playing this for maybe a couple of weeks or so, not that actively, and I'm still having fun, and I like this game. So yeah, it's pretty pay to win though. If you have money to get into it, you will progress way faster. But I don't feel like I've hit the wall yet, and I had a lot of fun, so I can advise you guys to go for the build and the stats that I'm doing here. Anyway, guys, if you have your own tips for Slime Quest, let me know about them down below in the video comments, and let me know what you think about this guide over there. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and like the video. If you haven't did that, I mean, that will promote it in YouTube algorithm, so it's a good thing to do. Don't forget to check out the video description. You can get the nice links over there for Linktree, where I have my Discord, other YouTube channels, and social media, and maybe LD emulator that will allow you to play this game on the PC, so maybe you will be easier to control it with the keyboard. Who knows? And other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. That's about it for now. Stan Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye.